There's one customer from my old retail job who came in one time and left an impression on me for, I want to say, about 4 to 5 years. Here's that baddie story. And thinking back on it, like, it almost feels like one of those dreams, like you're very, very sick and you go to sleep and like you start dreaming the craziest fucking shit that doesn't make sense, and then you wake up and you're like, that can never happen. No, that was a random Monday for me at my retail mall. The only real explanation I have for this incident is a simulation glitch, but a major one, and I'm the only one that got to experience. Let's jump into it. So if you guys are new here, there was a long phase in my life where I identified as Trish from Austin and Ally. Like, I legitimately just hopped from job to job to job. I didn't care what the fuck the side quest was. Like, you could offer me $2 and a little pixie stick and be like, go stand outside with a lemonade glass in the middle of the snow, do it. And I'd be like, okay, I need $2. Like, legitimately just anything and everything. And that's when COVID hit, and that's when I said, wait, I kind of want to expand my palette. Let's go to retail. At this point, I was only working restaurants and then a snack bar at a pool, and then I worked at a grocery store. Well, I'm getting a lot of flashbacks. But somehow I ended up at my retail store at the local mall. The local mall that's about 2 minutes down the street. And I never dreamed of being a retail associate, but that's what I wanted to do the most. Just coming from a grocery store, I almost glamorized and romanticized it. I was like, oh, I get to wear like ripped jeans and I get to, just walk around full clothes and wink at customers. Like, it's gonna be a ball. Everyone's just gonna hug me. Peace, love, and tranquility, okay? Doom, gloom, and depression. That's what came from that. But I got the job, and I think I was doing kind of good at the job. So we're gonna say I was kind of seasoned at this point because I worked at this place for, I want to say, 4 years. I want to say this was year 3 there. Odd number. Chill. All shifts were kind of the same for me. The way this retail job worked, at least, it was kind of like pick your own destiny. Like, every day you came in, you didn't know what exactly you were doing. Just the way it worked, it's not like you got hired to do like register. Like, you were going to be a register person. Everybody there kind of did a little bit of everything. Like, it would be a spreadsheet, right? And you would come into work and they'd be like, okay, so for the first hour, you're going to be in fitting room. For the second hour, you're going to be on register. Then the third hour, you're going to be back in fitting room. And fourth hour, you're going to be doing push-ups, like a push-up competition. Just random ass shit. But like, every hour you were placed somewhere else. Now, they quickly found out if they took me off the register, I was going to find somewhere, and I was going to find something at the food court, because if you're going to let me wander around, I'm going to wander outside the facility. Not actually, but like, they kind of realized that I was not good at cleaning. I wasn't in my Cinderella era. I'm just going to be very honest. I would attempt to clean it and then I would get really fucking distracted. And the next thing you know, I'm in the fitting room and I'm just gossiping with people. That would happen a lot. They would find me in the fitting room. I was not good. So by default, they kept me on register, and not everybody would stay on register. Once again, people were moved, but every time I'd come into work, I want to say after a year in, it literally would be like, Dylan, register 6 hours in a row. Perfect. Now, I was content with that because I was like, you know what? Talking makes the time go by faster. Being busy at the register makes the time go by faster. Okay, I can just stand in one spot. Don't have to do a whole workout. Totally fine with it. So I'll stay at the register. And I want to say I got good by register by default because that's all I ever fucking did there. Anyway, so it's one random Monday, or we could say a Wednesday. I don't even know. It was just a random weekday. It was not the weekend. Keep in mind, okay? So not that busy for the bullshit. So I come in and I would go to school and then I would come in after, okay? It's coming back from college, right. So I was usually on weekdays, nothing short of pissy. Like, I was just not in a good mood because I went to school and then, oh, I gotta work a minimum wage job. None of this shit's fun, but I had to get bar money somehow. So anyways, it's a Wednesday, end up going to school, start driving into work, get to work. My shift, I want to say, started at 4 p.m. Like, me before my shift, me after my shift, and I'm bald-headed with no teeth. Like, that's how I felt. Came into work, and I'm smiling like, hey, guys, make some noise for me. Everyone's dead silent. Like, no one's in the mood. People have just endured a war at this place. They don't want to deal with it. I get to register, and then my mood immediately shifts when I see the first customer come up, and I was like, fuck, I'm working. I'm working for 5 fucking hours. But I'm doing my usual. I'm faking a smile. I'm trying to be as nice as can be, but, like, the littlest things are, like, pissing me off per usual. I just don't really have the patience in this economy, okay? I help, like, the first customers. I want to say I'm there for, like, it's 2 hours in at this point. So, like, I've helped, like, a good amount of customers. And I want to preface this, the retail store that I worked at in my mall was probably the biggest retail store in that mall. Like, a lot of people knew what it was, but it was also just, like, big in general. Like, it was 2 floors, and usually, like, stores in the mall were a 2x2 Bella Hadid. Yeah, this was not a Bella Hadid store. Anyways, so I'm at register, and I'm scanning shit. You know, I'm trying to talk to my coworkers, and my coworkers got to go do their shit, and I'm getting very upset. But I was the only one at register because, once again, it was a weekday, and it was not set to be busy at all. Anyways, a line starts to form, but like, I want to say a semi-line. Like, I was used to long-ass lines at the store. I want to say it was probably, like, 4 people deep. That was light work. I could move through it pretty fast. The first one is probably, like, a random couple. I check them out. Then the second one is just, like, an older lady. I help her out. You know, we're all good vibes. The third victim in line. Okay, I want to say she was about, a guesstimation, like 14 years old. Like 14, 15. So, like, younger, but, like, not too young. Like, it's not your first time on Earth, okay? For 14 years on this Earth. like old enough to be at the mall by herself, but she did not drive to the mall. Like she got dropped off by her parents and they're also sharing location, right? Like she's younger, okay? Now Baddie had a lot. She had a lot in her fucking hand. I want to say like 4 sweatshirts, 2 jeans, 1 pair of leggings, and a whole pack of socks. I started like bringing up her stuff. I'm like, how are you, girl? She's like, I'm good. Like, you know, she's a little soft-spoken, very sweet. Okay. Bringing up her stuff. I'm scanning. And like, I'm trying to make small talk, but like, she's just like a little quiet. But like, no, she's like kind of reciprocating. Okay, girlie, like we don't need to talk. I don't want to talk either. Perfect. So I'm scanning. Finally, her total comes to, I want to say, like $86. Okay. And that was pretty normal. I mean, the store wasn't expensive, but she was getting a lot of shit. So like for all the shit, she was getting like $86. Like, baby, that's a smooth deal anyway. So I say $86. And then I see her start fiddling with her wallet, which I instantly got pissed because make this a cashless society. I just hated cash at the register. I just don't want anything touching my paws. And then I gotta, you know, clean my hands after. It's a whole situation. Then people want to go band for band, like Deal or No Deal, giving me exact change and stuff. This is not a band. Whatever. So I'm like, you know what? She seems sweet. I'm not gonna make a face. Like, just give me the cash. Sure. She's fiddling. And all of a sudden, like, I'm kind of like looking away, and then I feel something slide onto my hand, okay? Kind of feels like a river otter a little bit. It's a little like moist. I'm like, oh. And then I look and it's cash. And I'm like, okay, like we accept that. Like, yeah. And to my surprise, I look and I see 5 and then 4 ones. Okay, so $9 in my hand. Total $86. Okay. So I look at it and I'm just like kind of looking at her stuff like, okay, like she's like still kind of like fiddling with her wallet. And I'm like, okay, like she's, you know, getting more money out. Like, I don't know how it goes. She fiddles for like 2 more minutes. I feel like she already thought I put it in the register. And then like she kind of looks up at me and she was like, okay, like I'm ready for my receipt. Oh, a receipt of what? Thievery? Okay. So I look at her and I look down. I'm not even trying to be like ignorant. I'm just very tired. And I'm just looking. I was like, oh, like this is like, you only gave me $9. Like I think you gave me the wrong bills, girl. Like what? And she's like, like $9. Like I gave you the $9. And I was like, total's $86. Like, sorry, like, you know, just miscommunication. It's a little loud in here. Music's blasting, you know, the saxophone music. It's okay. Just a couple more dollars. Said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, silly me. And I'm like, yeah, no, of course. Starts filling her wallet. She gives me 2 more dimes and a quarter. And then smiles at me. Keep in mind, like, this is very much like 2023. Like, this is before Meta glasses were even invented, I'm pretty sure. Like, this, by herself. So I'm like, she puts the quarters and the dimes, and I was like, okay. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. So I'm just looking at her and I was like, okay, like, I need more money. And she's like, no, like $86. Like, I just gave you like 80, like, I gave you the money. And I was like, no, that's like fine and all, but you gave me like $9.35. That's not even gonna cover the little thing of socks that you got there, girl. We might have to put something back. This became a thing for about 4 minutes. I'm like, no, like, more because I'm over here thinking, I'm like, wait, does she like not somehow understand English? Like, me and her are having an English conversation. Like, I'm so confused. She understood English. Like, she 100% did. And like, it would just go back and forth. I was like, okay, like, I need more. And then she would put like another like $2 crumpled up in my hand. And I'm like, there's no, like, I thought it was a prank. I started like looking around. I was like, this is my big break. Like, I'm on Undercover Boss. Like, do I pay for her shit? Like, what do I do? And like, this happened like 6 times. Like, she just put in like another $1, some change, 4 more dollars. And I'm like, it got to a point I was like, girl, like, you owe like $60 more. Like, you got to put some stuff back. Like, I need like 2 20s. I mean, not 2 20s, 3 20s. Like, I need like some real dough, girl. She's just like doing a whole lot of this, like kind of like a dog when they're confused. I'm like, girl, like, fully understood English. Keep in mind, I don't know what the issue was, but this happened for like 6 minutes. And I'm like, girl, like, do you want to put some stuff back? Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not trying to make it. There's like a line forming behind her. People are doing the whole shit of like the, and I'm like, wait, like, I'm kind of having fun, right? Finally, after a couple more minutes of her doing like more change in my hand, like, I look like a fucking like penny jar. Like, it's getting filled to like Mount Everest at this point. I look at her and I was like, do you have like a card that you can pay with? Like, I don't know what the confusion's about. And she was like, yeah. She pulls out a debit card, I'm assuming, puts it in, it accepts. So she had the money. Give her her bag, give her a receipt. And I was like, you have a good one, Baddie. And she was like, you too. Like, thank you so much. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what? Like, this isn't me shaming anyone. Like, I don't know if it was like the lack of education, the confusion, like the saxophone music. I don't know if this was her first time just like out on the prowl alone shopping. I'm not sure. But like, I wonder how that Baddie's doing today, because I kind of loved like her enthusiasm. Like, she handed me very much $9.30 and said this will cover the bill. I almost love it because we need more people like that. Like total like $100. Here's a 10, take it or leave it, but I still want the product. Make it quick. Normalize that instead of just like stealing. Like just give like less money and just be like, that should cover it. Have a good one.